Treasury headquarters here in Canberra is expecting better things in the year ahead. After finishing last year at 1.8%, economic growth is expected to be 3% through the year to December. The unemployment rate is expected to fall to 5.5%. And the terms of trade, the driver of incomes, are expected to stay high after climbing an unexpected 14% through to the middle of the year. But the Business Day Scope forecasting panel is less optimistic. It's expecting economic growth of 2.4% in the year to December, an almost unchanged unemployment rate of 5.8%, and flat terms of trade, with no further increase or decrease for the rest of the year. But those average forecasts conceal wide variations. On average, our 27-person panel expects an iron ore price of $70 a tonne by December, down from 83 at the start of the year. But the highest forecast is for a climb to $102 a tonne, the lowest for a slide to $45, which would take us back to where we were a year ago. The Australian dollar would sink to around 72 US cents as the jump in commodity prices ran out of puff. The measures that matter most for the Reserve Bank are nominal GDP, that's actual cash incomes, and real net disposable income per capita, that's the best measure of living standards. The panel's forecasts aren't as impressive as those of the Treasury. The panel's predicting 3.7% for nominal GDP and 1.5% for real net disposable income per capita. But they're not bad. Taken together, they're probably enough, in the view of the panel, to enable interest rates to stay more or less where they are for the entire year. The panel's central forecast is for the Reserve Bank to have a cash rate of 1.4% in the middle of the year and 1.4% at the end of the year. Now, given that cash rates only ever move by 0.25%, that means the cash rate is likely to end the year about where it began it, at 1.5%. A disappointment for the government as it puts together the budget is that wage growth, which was forecast by the Treasury to reach 2.5% after finishing last year at a record low of 1.9%, will, according to the panel, be just 2.1%. It'll mean not much bracket creep, not much extra revenue to fill the budget hole. It's much the same with company tax. Yes, there'll be higher export prices, but it won't flow through into taxable company incomes for quite some time. All up, the panel's expecting a year slightly better than last year, with no nasty surprises like recessions or anything like that. It'll be a better year than the one we've just had, but not that much better, not that much exciting, perhaps not what the government needs to solve its budget problems.